Hi guys, welcome back to Let's Play World of Warcraft with Andy. Today we are going to continue questing through Zangarmarsh and then probably head into Nagrand, one of my favorite zones. I do apologize that it's been a little while since the last episode. I had to wrap up a series of final tests at university, and yeah, now it is Christmas Eve as of the recording of this episode, so Merry Christmas / Merry Christmas Eve to any of you. And if you don't believe in Christmas, then I guess happy non-denominational holiday. I don't know. Either way, hopefully this time of year is happy for you, whatever you believe in. And we are just going to go ahead and slay some eels. We need some eel fillets, so we'll work on that. Let's blast this guy. There we go. And then we also need to kill some hydras. We need to kill 10 hydras. We're just going to activate this potion of water breathing. That lets us breathe the water. That way we can stay underwater here without trouble. It'd be nice if it made us move faster in water as well, but unfortunately that's not the case. So anyway, we will basically just swim around this kind of murky pool area and fight all of these various guys. Underwater stuff is always a bit more difficult than stuff on land, just because you can either lose track of, well, I find it can be a little tough to tell exactly how far away from things you are, but aside from that, it's a little more difficult because you tend to move a lot slower, so it just takes longer. Alright. Another guy down. And let's get this Umbrafan eel. Alright. Come here, Mr. Eel. Nice.
That is still recharging.
It's kind of unusual to be questing through I guess unusual for me, to be questing through an expansion that has 10 levels instead of just the 5 that are in later ones like Cataclysm and Mists of Pandaria. After a while you get so used to the 5 level things that the concept of an entire 10 levels in one sort of section of the game seems like quite a lot. But fortunately, it does tend to go by very quickly by comparison, so it's not like it takes a full twice as long to get the 10 levels. Alright. Blast this guy. Unfortunately, these eel fillets don't seem like they're very plentiful. But if we check our map here, we need to explore the ruins, speak with Watcher Lisao, and go up to Orobor Harborage. So plenty to do after we get these eel fillets and hydras. Fortunately, the eel fillets are actually something that we just get from looting them, although they are uncommon. I was a little worried at first that perhaps we needed to, like, skin the eels or something like that in order to get the fillets.
I cannot cast that.
But alright. So at our going rate, we'll only need to kill about 400 more eels. But on the plus side, we are level 64, so definitely on the upper end of levels for going to Nagrand. And really, we only need to... I can't recall if we need to make it to 70. or if we need to make it to 68 to go to Northrend. I'll have to look into that, because it may be that we can head to Northrend at 68. I always feel like I misremember those things. I think 68 works for Northrend. It's just 70, or rather 80 is required for moving on to Cataclysm zones. Yeah, I think that's what it is. 80 for Cataclysm zones, but you can go to Northrend at 68, and you can go to Outland at 58, so... I'm not certain on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. Alright. Another killing blow. And blast this guy down. Nice. That's another eel fillet. We want to avoid the Nagas. We don't really have any squabbles with them right now, so we don't want to antagonize. Alright. Oh, there's a fell iron deposit. If only we were able to mine it. Though I suppose we are sort of saving time by not mining everything we come across. So, mixed blessings. Alright. Mire Hydra. Yes, unfortunately, between finals and having to move my computer system from the university for my sort of winter break between semesters, I did not have much time to record, so hopefully we'll be able to get some good recordings in over the break, which will be good. As I've discussed in past episodes some time ago, my internet can be a bit spotty when I'm at home, but fingers crossed we should have everything working pretty well, and we'll be able to record just fine. Alright, so we are at 7 eel fillets. Get up here and fight this Hydra. We need to kill 4 more Hydras and maybe just 1 more eel. We'll see.
I am out of range.
Yeah, I'm out of range, I know. Unfortunately, I don't really have very many ranged attacks. Like, we've got this fire flower, but that's about it. No fillet.
Closer.
We've got the fire flower, we've got chi burst. Oh, I do have this jade lightning thing. I suppose we could use that to pull enemies. And boom. You may notice on the cast bars, when I go to cast spells with a casting time, on the right hand side of the bar there is a little indicator for latency that gets bigger the more latency I have. So when I am at home, that bar tends to be bigger, and it's just sort of an extra delay between the client and the server, which is not ideal, you know. Ideally you want to have 0 latency, but that's not really possible with current technology, so just as low latency as possible is what you want. With any luck, it'll stay low enough. Alright, so this should be our last Mire Hydra.
I cannot cast that. That spell is not ready.
Hit him with a bunch of those. And then we're just going to come up here so that we can, like, antagonize him out of the water.
It is too far away.
Oh, come on, buddy. Hit him with that silencing thing. And boom. He's dead. Alright, so that's those 2. So we are going to head back to Tel Redor, turn in those quests, and then just sort of make a circuit here. We're going to hit Oribor Harborage and then Watcher Lisao. And we're just going to turn in those quests, see if there's anything around there, and head on to Nagrand, because that is where it will get a lot more interesting, I think. Actually, hang on. We are out of our experience boost. So in order to get the most from these, I'm going to just activate that, and we're going to take a quick Zen pilgrimage, knock out the quest to get our XP boost back, and then we'll turn these in for an extra 50%. So it's almost like completing an extra quest for every 2 quests we do. It's pretty worthwhile. Plus we'll have the experience from the quests that we do to get the boost. So, all in all, worth doing. Alright. We'll just roll out here. Let's see, Master Chang. So we need to find Master Chang and do his training. Where is Master... Ah.
Hello.
Okay, I think he's the one that makes the fire nova that we need to roll out of. So he should be not too difficult to fight. We'll probably drop Touch of Karma on him. And... Yeah, we should be fine. Oh nice, we can redirect his Fire Nova damage to him. That makes it pretty worthwhile. Hit him with the Chi Burst, a few more of these, and a touch of a touch of death. And then we'll move out of here, because that's awful. Alright. Well, we got him. So we'll just run up here, hop on our mount, and head back into the temple, or whatever. Shrine. The Shrine of the Ox, I guess. Alright. Complete. And then we can go ahead and return back to where we came from. And then we'll turn in our quest, because it does say experience gained from enemies and quests increased by 50%. Most experience gains that I've found have been experience gained from enemies that you boost, but experience gained from quests, wow, that is a potent bonus. Alright, so let's go over here, we'll turn in these two. We got one and two and 8 diaphanous wings. I think we'll pass on that one for right now, buddy. As much as I want to kill fireflies, especially up north here where we can get a chance at that pet, I mean, that's a great quest if we weren't trying to head to Nagrand. I mean, down the road, or rather on another character, if I wasn't trying to LP this and get all sorts of fun stuff done, that would be a prime quest, one of my choice. But for right now, I think we'll pass on it. I tend to like quests that are like that, you know, kill X, and that's straightforward because you just fight them and you don't have to worry about whether they drop their, you know, spider toes or whatever. So that's good. It's just a kill quest. And then the things that you're fighting actually have a chance to drop something cool. So that's also good. I like that it's a good flexible quest. So definitely like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 maybe would quest. But for now, we'll talk to Halu, grab this,
Hello.
There are a lot more quests in Zangarmarsh if you choose to continue questing here. But for us, we are going to head on. Alright, complete that, and then we're going to head down here. Now, we need to explore these ruins too, so I guess we'll do that since, you know, we've already got the quest. This one wants us to go to Terrakar Forest. That we are not going to do, probably, but I'm going to hang on to it on the off chance that we end up there. I'm going to hang on to it. So, let's see here. We get the Horde camp. We go down to Watcher Lisa O over here and turn in her quest. Man, these bog striders are so cool looking. Look at that thing. It's got like these glowing scythe hands and like a little eye stalk. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. We got some more fireflies. Unfortunately, those ones do not drop the pet, but they are still pretty neat model if you want something cool to tame as a hunter. There's lots of different colors of fireflies, which is nice. And I forget, I think they might actually do some pretty decent DPS, but you'd have to check. Alright, Watcher Lisa O. Complete quest. And investigate the spawning glen. Yeah, we'll investigate real quick, because investigate usually means fly over, land, and then get back up and fly back. So, if we had just a ground mount, it would be a lot more difficult, but with a flying mount, it becomes a lot easier. So where do we have to... There we go, investigated, yay! Also, this place is, it's both pretty cool and, well, pretty creepy. I mean, look at those giant, like, spore things. I don't know, it depends on if fungi kind of creep you out, kind of squick you out, then it's not so good. Alright, observing the sporelings. Boom. And that's not quite enough to get us our level. So, we're gonna go quickly complete this quest for the Boamu ruins, and then turn it in and head down to our next zone, Nagrand. I just would like to get to level 65 before we head down there. Because Nagrand is 64 to 67, so I figure maybe we can do it as 65 to 68. And that should work out pretty well for us, I think. I like doing zones when you're just slightly over-leveled for them, because they become a lot easier. It's a lot easier to just sort of have fun with it and roll through quests rather than worrying about trying and trying again to kill something and failing, you know. I think it just provides a bit of a better experience, especially the second, third, fourth time through. Okay, ruins explored. Jeez. Let's get out of here. We're getting attacked by owls. Or owl druids. Yeah, okay, they gave up. Come on, guys, give up. There we go. And now we are out of combat. We can head back to Telrador, turn this in. And that should hopefully provide us with the experience that we need, because we are 419,000 and we need 428,000, so 16,000 ought to do it. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Let's just get to Telrador and turn it in. It's pretty impressive that a mushroom can hold up all of Telrador. I mean, granted, it's not that big, you know, the city or town, whatever you want to call it. Telrador is not that big, but at the same time, it is on a mushroom, and mushrooms are made of mushroom and soft, and, you know, I would think that this would just sort of like crumble away, so pretty weird that it's staying up.
The Legion's end draws near.
Alright, complete that quest. Done. Level 65 reached. So, we've now gotten access to Sethic Halls. It's another dungeon, so that's pretty cool. And we are going to head down to, I guess, Terakar Forest in order to hit Shatrath, the city. And then once we get to Shatrath, we can just bounce right over to Nagrand. So that'll be pretty neat. In Shatrath, there's two factions. They were drastically more important when Burning Crusade was the sort of endgame expansion. However, they're still kind of interesting. They're called the Aldor and the Scryers, and when you get to Shatrath, there's a quest that's provided to you that lets you tour the city and gives you a little background information. Takes a while, but it then lets you pick either Aldor or Scryers to ally yourself with. And it's pretty much just personal preference. There's small differences in the items you get, so if you're really into transmogrification or something like that, you can look into which one has the items that you want. But unless you're going to be doing a lot of Burning Crusade stuff, really doesn't matter per se which faction you choose. Now they do have their own sections of the city. Prior to choosing either of them, you can travel into both sections, but people will not necessarily sell you things, that sort of thing. But once you've picked one, you are restricted from the opposing faction side. So this over here that we're looking at right now is the Aldor tier, and that right there is the Scryers tier. And the Aldor are Draenei, while the Scryers are Blood Elves. So if that sways your choice at all, if you like the Draenei better, or if you're wrong and like the Blood Elves better, I'm kidding, the Blood Elves are fine too. But okay, so we've got this one. I think you talked to, oh no, maybe it isn't Adal. Somebody around here, maybe like this Haggard War veteran.
What can I do for you?
Oh yeah. Speak to Adal. So this quest is where you kind of start to, you know, get your option to pick the Aldor or the Scryers. But yeah, you can choose one or the other, and they're pretty cool. They're both friendly when you pick them, and unfriendly if you choose against them. But I personally like the Aldor tier. It's pretty quiet and cool. The Scryers tier has some like giant arcane constructions stomping around. The nice thing about the Aldor tier 2 is you can just fly right out of the back of it, and boom, you are in Nagrand. Really, really pretty sky in this zone. I love the sky. The clouds are, they're kind of like cartoon clouds or something, but you got the planets, the clouds. It's also beautiful at night. And then the terrain too is pretty cool. You might notice there's a bunch of these flying rocks. I don't know what's up with that one, where the tree is just like, there we go. Now it faded in. But yeah, you get these flying rocks, these giant ravines, lots of pools of water, and just generally awesome stuff. So very cool zone, like it a lot. First things first, we are going to head down here towards the sort of main alliance section of this zone. There's the Kuranai, which are the alliance, and the Maghar, which are the horde, or rather aligned with those two. So if you're alliance, you're going to head down here. This is going to be your main nexus in this zone for getting quests and heading out and doing things. You can sleep at an inn here, all of that. So we are just going to run around and gather up some quests when we get down here. Also, these flying rock things are generally awesome. You can land on them. You can like walk around on them. It is a pretty big fall if you jump off of them, so keep that in mind. This dusty cloud thing is pretty neat. You get some of the elemental air stuff that this expansion introduced. If you are an engineer, you can use a zap throttle mote extractor and get that. So, pretty cool. Now, we start out technically aligned against the Kuranai, or like unfriendly towards them, I believe. But by questing and doing that sort of thing, you can get reputation with them. The other thing is that if you get to Exalted with the Kuranai or the Maghar, respectively, you can get Talbuks. And Talbuks are very cool mounts, and they look like... They look like this. So they come in an assortment of colors. This is the Cobalt Riding Talbuk. Cobalt War Talbuk has more armor. Yeah. So they are pretty neat. We will head out here, just across these rather frightening bridges, really, and start doing some quests for these guys. So this one, we need to recover the Boulder Fist plans. I'm just gonna jump on my flying mount in order to make this a little easier. And we're gonna come over here. Now I think the Boulder Fist plans are held by some Boulder Fist warrior here. I don't know if it's a specific one or what the situation is, but... Oh, there's the Boulder Fist plans. Alright. Now, another significant thing item-wise, this item, Obsidian War Beads, is very important if you're looking at getting exalted with the Maghar or the Kuranai. If you turn in, I think, 10 of those, or maybe 15 of those, you get a chunk of reputation in a repeatable quest. So, definitely worth doing. Collect them up, and then once you run out of other quests, you just turn those in. So, you can fight ogres in this zone for those items. Let's see here. So we need to interrogate Lumpy. I guess we can go do that, and then probably call it an episode. So there are a lot of different quests here. You'll kind of find that there are different sub-zones that you get quests in around things like Hala is a neat PvP zone in this area. And basically... Oh. Alright, so I guess we just beat this guy up in order to interrogate him. But Hala is a pretty neat PvP zone. Not too active, since... Oh. Can we talk to him? How do we interrogate him? I need answers. Why are the Boulder Fist out so far? Blah, blah, blah. Alright. So that's that. We interrogated Lump. But yeah, this red thing on the map with the 4 shields around it, you can get on wyverns at the shields and basically fly over Hala bombing the guards, because the guards are for appropriately leveled players for the zone. The guards are prohibitively difficult to fight. They have, I think, a couple million health. Oh, nice. We're neutral with the Kurenai. Very cool. And now we've got some quests here. We've got Giselda the Crone and Zorbo the Advisor and Warden my BFF Jill. Fierce enemies get 10 Obsidian War Beads. So that's the start of that sort of repeatable Obsidian War Beads quest. So lots to do here. We'll turn in some other quests next time. Get some new quests next time. For now, though, we're just gonna head into this this little inn here. Very spacious, very nice. And we're gonna call it an episode. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!